Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to learn the Revolt of 1857. In this chapter we will learn the reason behind the revolt. They are economic causes, political causes, social causes, religious causes and military causes. Friends, now let us study one by one. First, economic causes. It is one of the main reasons because farmers suffered due to high revenue demand and strict policy of its collection. Farmers often borrow money from moneylenders to pay. If they were unable to pay back the loan, moneylenders take away their land. Second, political causes. British made lots of rules and regulations to capture territories such as subsidiary alliance that made rulers to depend on Britishers. Then strict enforcement of the doctrine of lapse that made Rani Lakshmi Bai to turn against British. And to capture Awadh, British cheated Nawab, which hurts the sentiments of the people and army of Awadh. Third, social causes. British made social discrimination such as the attitude of racial superiority that deny the Indians to travel first-class compartment in trains and from the higher post for educated Indians. Fourth, religious causes. British passed a law in 1850 that allowed a Christian convert to inherit ancestral property. Many Indians converted to Christianity. This also made other believers to turn against British. Fifth, military causes. Indian sepoys got less salary than British army. The high post reserved for wealthy Britishers. The benefits which used to get to Indian sepoys were discontinued. Finally, the greased cartridges incident made Indian sepoys to turn against British. Friends, now let us study about the beginning of the revolt. Mangal Pandey was the first soldier who openly revolted against Britishers on the issue of using the new cartridges. On 29th March 1857, he fired at his British commander and asked other sepoys to join him to end the rule of the company. He was, however, soon arrested and hanged on 8th April. This made great unrest in army camp. On 24th April, 85 sepoys refused to use cartridges. On 9th May, they were publicly humiliated, dismissed from service and jailed. This made other sepoys to turn against British in Meerut. On 10th May, these soldiers killed British officers, released the imprisoned sepoys, captured arms and ammunition, and set fire to British property. Thereafter they reached Delhi and declared Bahadur Shah Jabbar as the Emperor of India and their leader. As soon as the revolt spread other parts of India such as Kanpur, Lucknow, Jhansi, Bareilly, Gwalior, Faizabad and Aram. The revolt at various places was led by different leaders. In Delhi, Bakht Khan led the revolt sepoys. In Kanpur, Nana Sahib proclaimed himself the Peshwa. His troops were led by Tantia Tope and Azimullah. In Lucknow, Begum Hazrat Mahal led the revolt. She was assisted by Maulvi Ahmadullah Shah. In Jhansi, Rani Lakshmi Bai challenged the British authority. In Bareilly, Khan Bahadur Khan led the rebels. In Ara and other places in Bihar and Jharkhand, Kunwar Singh organized and led the revolt. Friends, now let's go through the suppression of the revolt. By mid 1857, it appeared that the rulers of the company was over, at least in North India. The British, however, soon reorganized and fought back. They started recapturing the areas they had lost to the rebel sepoys. British commandos such as Colin Campbell and Henry Havelock were particularly successful. In September 1857, the British forces recaptured Delhi. This was a big blow to the rebels. Bahadur Shah Zafar was taken prisoner and deported to Rangoon, at present Yangon, in Burma, at present Myanmar. With this, the rule of the Mughals ended officially. Although the British recaptured Delhi, yet the revolt continued in other parts of the country. Bakht Khan, Lakshmi Bai, Khan Bahadur Khan and Kunwar Singh died fighting the British. Nana Sahib and Begum Hazrat Mahal escaped to Nepal and continued the struggle. Tantia Tope was arrested and hanged. So within a year and a half, the British had completely suppressed the uprising. Friends, have you ever thought of why this revolt got failed? Let's look the reason behind. The revolt did not spread to all parts of the country, nor was it supported by all groups and sections of society. Many Indian rulers refused to help the rebels. The revolt was not organized properly. The revolt in different parts of the country were uncoordinated. The rebels had no proper ideology or program. The leadership of the movement was weak. The rebels were short of weapons and finance. The company's army had access to modern weaponry and unlimited funds. These are the reasons behind to fail the revolt of 1857. So now let's look the British policy after the revolt. British policies in India underwent major changes after 1858. All these changes were made to strengthen their hold over India and prevent another countrywide uprising. In August 1858, the British Parliament passed an act by which the rule of the English East India Company in India came to an end. The act transferred to all administrative powers to the Crown. By the Act of 1858, a minister of the British Cabinet was appointed to manage affairs in India. He was called the Secretary of State. He was to be assisted by an advisory body called the Indian Council. The Act of 1858 also made changes in the functioning of the government in India. The government of India would be headed by the Governor General. Queen Victoria assured the rulers of princely states that the government would not annex their territories. The Queen promised not to interfere in the social and religious belief and customs of the people. The British began to follow the policy of divide and rule. During the uprising, both Hindus and Muslims had fought together. The British disliked this unity. They felt that to strengthen their rule, they needed to divide the two communities. They accused the Muslims of instigating the uprising and began discriminating against them. So friends, I hope you got a little bit idea about the revolt of 1857. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you like this video, please subscribe for the upcoming videos. Thank you.